Hello once again, this is Orion Syndicate 910. Thanks for watching. The news about Catholic priests in Ireland molesting children may have come as a shock to the people in Ireland, but here in America that is somewhat old news. Reports of priests who have sexually molested children have been making the news stories for many years now. About 20 years ago, an organization was formed called Survivors Network of Those Abused by Priests, or SNAP. You can find their website at snapnetwork.org. Now, the Catholic Church is the world's largest religious body. 1 in 6 people in the world is counted as a Catholic. Also, here in the United States, it is the largest of all churches. There are more Protestants than Catholics in America, but there are more Catholics than there are any kind of Protestant, or any other religious body, in fact. SNAP keeps up with the news reports of not only Catholic priests, but ministers of other faiths who have been accused, sued, or convicted of sexual abuse of people who are supposed to be under their care. And what often comes out in news stories, regardless of the denomination, the overwhelming tendency of these churches, and I don't necessarily just mean Christian churches, Hindu priests and Jewish rabbis have also been accused. The overwhelming tendency of these religious bodies is to circle the wagons and to protect their minister, rather than look out for the welfare of the alleged victim. The Catholic Church has recently issued an apology through the Pope for the sexual abuse of children by its priests. Dioceses around the United States have paid out millions of dollars in damages to the victims of these priests. However, the tendency of the Church to protect the accused rather than look out for the alleged victim is something that, well, it's not only the Catholics, as I said, it's other religious bodies who often try to blame the victim. But the Catholic Church, being the world's largest religious group, is more, I think, to blame than the Presbyterian or ministers, Baptists or Jewish rabbis, because the Catholic Church is one body, headed by the Pope and the Vatican, like a multinational corporation. And this corporation's activities have been more to attempt to safeguard its own public image and its financial assets than to protect children from sexual predators among its clergy. This, of course, has resulted in widespread derision of the Catholic Church, and Catholic priests are more known for sexually abusing children than they are for any kind of social outreach work that they might be doing. In fact, this tiny minority of Catholic priests has, I also think, stained the entire Catholic priesthood with an indelible mark of shame. And it's going to take them years to cleanse themselves of it. Now, say what you will about the Catholic Church. I'm certainly not Catholic, but I have friends and relatives who are. The 2,000 years of Catholic history have been marred by everything from violence, crusades, religious intolerance, genocides, but also to the preservation of knowledge in its monasteries, contributions from its priests toward extending civilization and knowledge cannot simply be swept aside and ignored. As bad as the Inquisition was, there are many other things the Church has done in 2,000 years that certainly do reflect well on it. But in these recent years, the Church's handling of the sexual abuse of children by its priests is shameful, to say the least. Now, what SNAP has done is provided an online venue for victims of clergy abuse, sexual abuse by clergy. You can go to their website at snapnetwork.org and you can contact the national office, regional directors, and local support groups. They have support groups in all 50 states, as well as in Canada, Mexico, and Australia. They have online support, a discussion board. They have victim stories, advice on how to help heal yourself of what happened if you're a victim, as well as news reports and news headlines. They have a link to a website called bishopaccountability.org, which has an abuse tracker. What this does, it allows you to go into a searchable database and look up the name of a priest. You can search by the priest's last name. You can search by your diocese. You can search by your state to see which priest in your diocese has in the past been accused of sexual misconduct. So far, this only accounts for Catholic priests. I didn't see any Protestant ministers or Jewish rabbis listed. Perhaps with time and more financial resources, they might be able to expand it. But if you're Catholic, or if you have friends or relatives who are Catholic, point them in the direction of this website so they can do a search, give themselves perhaps some peace of mind, and know if a predator is working or serving at a church close to them or close to where friends of theirs might be. The November 2008 report came out from SNAP. It's about 32 pages long, and about 17 of those pages list ministers of various denominations who have been accused of sexual misconduct, either with children or with adults. And some of these listings are very disturbing. In case you're thinking it's only Catholics, well, you'd be partly right. Most of the names listed are Catholic clergy. But they also list African Methodist Episcopal Church ministers, Apostolic Church, Baptists, Church of the Brethren, Church of Christ, Church of God, the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, or Mormons, Christian Methodist Episcopal, Eastern Orthodox churches, the Episcopal or Anglican churches, Hindu, Jewish, Lutherans, Nazarene, non-denominational churches, Pentecostals, Presbyterians, Seventh-day Adventists, United Methodists, and people from denominations that SNAP did not know. So you can check it out at snapnetwork.org. Go to the link there in the sidebar. Check out bishopaccountability.org. Check out their searchable database. And read their newsletter, which is, of course, online. It's from November 2008, so there's probably going to be one coming out very soon. It's probably going to be the most important video I ever do, and I have no doubt it might find itself being flagged very soon by people who insist that we rather ignore the story of priests sexually molesting children. But I think this video is important enough that I will risk the flagging. And I hope that the video stays up long enough that enough people can visit the websites. This is Orion Syndicate 910. Thanks for watching.